Or a group could go off right across Rossett Pike and come back down Stake Pass. So we've got options. I think it'd be rubbish if a team just went up to Angled and back down, because if you're going back down Rossett Gill, you might as well just go right and come down Stake to do a bit of a circuit.
Yeah, that'd be. So get me at Angleton.
Yeah, Angleton would be a cool place to just meet there. Efficiencies of walking the mountains and environment, and I say we could bring in ticks, we could bring in weather, all the usual stuff. But I think today the biggest things today are dehydration and sunburn. That's probably it. Follow the path up to Rossett Gill, which goes up into that big notch in the skyline, and from there half the group could go right along Rossett Pike along that ridge and down through Stake Pass, and the other half could potentially go up Esk Pike and Bow Fell and come down this feature here, which is called the Band, which then leads down to Stool End Farm. That's Stool End Farm, and then back down the valley. scenic wide shot there, something like that.
What?
I don't know, you two.
I know exactly what you're going to do.
What?
Oh, I know, I'm not going to say it.
I know what he's doing. Yeah.
It's really obvious.
He's just looking for a big enough one.
There's some in the water. You want to get one? Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that.
I don't know if it goes wrong.
I think probably the best option is the one that goes on the middle of the hill.
Black crags are. I think that's that, isn't it?
Black Crags. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's Black Crags.
Yeah.
So the little path there,
Which is just in front of Black crags.
the other
Is
side
the
of
other
it.
side.
Yeah. So that little one there
The little gill
is just over the other side of it.
is the little gill. There's a blue
Yeah, Little Gill. Where do you think Little Gill is?
the stream.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that's 100 metres ahead of us going off right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Little Gill.
I'm George, and I'm 12, and it's really fun to be here.
What have you enjoyed about the weekend so far?
The really long walk, well, the walk that we did near to Angleton and back down.
Yeah, good. How have you found the people here?
They're very nice, and it's very easy to join in with stuff.
Have you done climbing before?
No,
You've never done climbing
Not properly.
before? Not proper climbing? So
Only,
you're going to do that for the first time today?
yeah.
Nice.
I've done abseiling,
Oh, that's good.
but not climbing, which
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense.
You think you'll feel alright with it? Confident with it?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
She's electric. She's in a family full of eccentrics. She's done things I've never expected, and I need more time. She's got a sister, and God only knows how I've missed her. And on the palm of her hand is a blister, and I need more time. And I want you to know I got my mind made up now, but I need more time. And I want you to say, do you know what I'm saying? But I need more, 'cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see, lots and lots for us to do. She's electric, could I be electric too? She's got
So I'm Stuart. I'm one of the sort of leaders and instructors of HSX, Hampshire Scout Expeditions, and today we are down at the Boulderstone in Borrowdale in the Lake District, running a climbing session for 10 young people. So at the moment they're just learning how to belay effectively. That's essentially that's it, because one person's climbing up to the belays here to the where the ropes are fixed, and the other person is belaying them at the bottom. So it's all about getting belay technique completely sorted and nailed so they can get that little system right. So that's essentially what it is, because the climbing is actually quite easy really. That's not the technical bit. Anyone can climb on a slab like this, but it's the belaying and the technique.
'Cause I'll be you and you'll be me. There's lots and lots for us to see. There's lots and lots for us to do. She's electric, can I be electric too? Can I be electric too? Can I be electric too? Can I be electric too?
Locked off Italian hitch.
a good day. We did 17.2 miles, just shy of 2,000 metres of ascent, so that's quite a long day. Good experience. So yeah.
You can clap if you like.
Just hoik it onto your back, as you did. You did it one arm, didn't you?
No, I sat down.
Okay, go on, put it on your back. And if anyone would like to pick this up, just to see.
Is he?
It was easier when there was a hill.
Come on, do it now, go on. Go.
Is it now?
Jesus. It takes two of us to lift this. And you carried it back to the car? Is that not snapping your legs? Nearly. Okay. If anyone wants to try to pick that up, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Didn't you add more stuff in though? As you walked past, you went, hold on a minute.
What we're going to do is keep it a little bit more local, and we're going to drive about 6 kilometres down the road, and there is a lookout, which name is called
Gummer's How.
There you go. And we're going to camp there tonight. Wake up early-ish, not mega early. Walk back down the route we came, get picked up, and come back here for breakfast. Dump all our tents and our sleeping bags, everything we need for a night out. Then go out on the hill after breakfast tomorrow morning. So it's a little bit different. I've had a look. The walk-in is about a K. We're about 120 metres of ascent. So it's not a long walk in. It's not particularly strenuous. We should get a nice view in the morning across Windermere.
So what went wrong?
What went wrong?
Yeah.
Basically, rather than stick to the original plan, which was to go up to Grisdale Tarn and sleep there,
Yeah.
we listened to Aurelia, who has got her ML training in like 2 weeks' time.
This is why I never open my mouth.
So Aurelia suggested going somewhere local and got a map out and thought Gummer's How would be it.
Yeah, I knew.
Always
like,
investigate
so well.
where you're going to wild camp before you go.
Yeah, I mean we did have a plan, but the traffic kind of made us go somewhere else.
But if you read the Google reviews on Google Maps for Gummer's How, loads of them say, watch the cows. Be careful with cows, especially with small children and dogs. So we had lots of small children and George. Same thing.
Stopped into a church. I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher like the cold. He knows I'm gonna stay.
was how far I could push myself and managing that.
Cool. And my high point was climbing Scarborough Pike. Excellent.
Not do something like a big hike. That was like the first day I chose not to do Scarborough Pike.
Yeah.
I think that was quite good because I'm here. And highlight was doing the climbing.
Cool.
Really enjoyed that.
Nice.
Learning how to belay,
yeah,
tie knots and things like that, and just the abseil, even though I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah, my learning point was how to use map better, and my high point was up Scarfell Pike.
My high point was probably just getting climbing again.
My learning point was learning some more map reading and navigation skills, especially on the hills. And my high point was getting to the top of Scarfell Pike.
Cool.
So it was good sharing kind of navigation knowledge, and hopefully help some of you. And I also learned that trail orienteering is harder than I thought, which we did earlier. And Rich beat me.
I think my learning point is layers are very handy when it's windy and not to wear shorts. And high point was being back in a proper mountain setting after so long.
And yeah, my high point just being sort of seeing everybody having a good time, sort of learning lots of things, and yeah, just generally everyone being here having a good time. So yeah.
Going around Ambleside with some people and finding some chips. And my learning point is trying to abseil.
Abseiling, I really enjoyed it. Well, it was quite scary, but I really enjoyed it. And my learning point was improving navigation and map reading skills.
So, high point is, as usual, seeing you lot start off sort of quite timid at the beginnings of these weekends or trips, and by the end of it, you're just starting to be a team, and you're just like happy and talking to each other, and your sort of, I don't know, embarrassment of speaking up in front of people is sort of diminishing. So it's seeing you develop is amazing. We see it every time we ever do anything. And my learning points, I suppose, a couple of things is, one thing is reinforced for me is, if you're going to go and use a new venue, you have to recce it beforehand if you're going to do it with groups. We did our recce today at the climbing venue. Great, it worked perfectly, and we're never going to go there again. Sounds good. On the flip side of that, we didn't recce the hill last night for the wild camp, and it backfired. So it comes back to, we need to know intimately these little places, don't we, if we're going to give you a really good experience, which means more trips to the lakes.
It's a really useful skill to be able, well, it improves your knowledge and skill if you're able to describe a skill to someone else. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then the high point being just being out in the hills. Yeah.
The only point goes back to what some of you have experienced is do your recce first and recce the stove to make sure it works properly. And know that you've actually got to have it on 240 degrees to get any heat out of it. And then when you have it on 240 degrees, it burns everything. But there we are, that's life, isn't it? And my highlight is actually seeing everybody and enjoying themselves, which is what we want to do and what it's all about. And what it's been about for the last 40 years.
Friday evening, big day, long day on the hills, and we sat around trying to encourage many of you to eat because you were so tired and had such a good day. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Key learning point for me is very simple: only bring one son.
Which one are you going to choose?
I think we all know.
You've got to stay at home, George.
The weather has been pretty kind to us. You know, we've only had the wind and the clouds today, so I think it's been a very, very good weekend.